Smackdown review, 20th of February. Man, I thought I caught this early, but it's already the 23rd. I better get on and review this. At least I didn't take as long as Cody took to get to the ring, though. He was first to come out, and he took about 40,000 years to get there. But I love his music, so I let it go. And then, of course, Cody was like, "What do you want to talk about?" And I was like, "Don't bother asking me. You never listen to me. You don't talk about what I asked for anyway." And I'm glad I didn't answer him because Jacob interrupted anyway, so he wouldn't have talked about what I wanted. But it's totally pointless, Jacob coming out. It was like, "I don't have a problem with you, Cody. I've got a problem with Drew." Then why the hell are you here? You just interrupted him for nothing. Like, what the? And then Nick Aldis come out and he's like, "I've give Drew McIntyre the night off. This just means he's going to be here all night." And he was. Like, oh, there he is. Basically, this segment was so Cody can call Drew an asshole. Good segment. So we got 7 matches on this show. That's really good. And the first match, man, we had Ilya Dragunov, versus Tama Tonga. Yeah, I always get confused who's who in that MFTs. Tama Tonga versus Ilya Dragunov. What a good match. I expect this to be good. Yeah, so this was actually a really good match. It had great chemistry. It was quite fast paced-ish, but they did it to their pace. You know what you expect. But they was really good. They're just great together, fun. Um, Tama Tonga is my favourite MFT for definite. There's a few times in this where Ilya had Tama Tonga from behind. Not, I think a bear hug is from forward in front, but he had him from behind doing like a bear hug, and I was like, is he trying to lift him to do a suplex, or is he just holding him from behind? So near the end of the match, I then realised that Ilya Dragunov had a leg brace on. So blind. He had that on all match, obviously. I don't know how long he's been wearing that, but it looked proper metally. It's like, how can you bend your leg in that? And also, if you kick someone with that, that's got to hurt. So, as you expected, each MFT, apart from Solo, jumped up on the apron. Elio stopped that one. I think that's Talatonga, the tall one. Tall Talu. He stopped him. Then he stopped JC Madeo, stopped him. And then the Toma Tango, he managed to distract him, and then he got cutthroat by Tamatonga, and Tamatonga won. I really wish he pinned him cleanly. I think he could have. I think that would have suited his character, and I think that would have been so much better, considering how many bloody distractions or things. Ugh, don't even talk about it. And I thought Ilya Dragunov had his head screwed on until he did this. Solo Sikoa was chatting to the camera saying, "Oh, we're the best," and then he had all his crew behind him. And bloody Ilya Dragunov, all alone, jumped Solo from behind. Dude, you got 1 on 6. Is that how many MFTs are there? Oh, what an idiot! And then the Apollo Crews ran out to make the save, got whooped, and then Matt Cardona come out to get the save, got whooped. So why are you coming out one at a time? Come out together. And what's his name? Carmelo Hayes. He didn't even show up. He didn't help him. So yeah, that was your first match. That was all right. I quite liked that. I'm really impressed with Tamatonga. Give this 7 out of 10. So, and then we had an interview with Randy Orton, and he was basically saying, "My friend Cody." Everyone seems to be Cody's friend, but not, don't they? Like, has he got any literal friends? Anyway, and then Alistair Black walked in, and you can tell he's just trying to make him a bad guy, pretty much to carry him cross angle. And somehow this makes that the main event. Just 2 guys chatting for a sec makes it the main event. Do you not book main events? Like, do you just hope for things to happen magically like this? And then Jade Cargill came out. She could look so much better if she was just having matches. All she needs is proper matches. She come out there and she's like, "No one can step to me." Named everyone in the Elimination Chamber and Liv Morgan, except she didn't name Oscar. So, oh my god! Like, I know them two have faced each other before. Maybe she thinks it's not a threat because she's beat her before, but like in the Queen of the Ring tournament. But come on, you got to name drop Oscar. You name dropped Io Sky and she's not even in it yet. I just hate it though when people come out to cut a promo and they just go, "I'm going to win the main match." Mic drop. Okay, I'm sure everyone thinks that. But she basically come out to say, "I'm going to win." And I'm still that bitch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You say this all the time. Do something, please. And she was like walking down the ramp, holding her title up, and she was facing towards the ring. You know, as soon as she faced towards the ring, you knew someone was going to come out. And so, who is it going to be? Probably Charlotte, but let's see. And then it was Charlotte's music hit, and you're like, oh, still gave me goosebumps. That's great. And she was totally ignoring Jade, and because Charlotte had these like sticky out things here, and as she walked past, it kind of blocked her face. So Jade had to go, excuse me. Really funny. And so, yeah, that was a good interaction. They were like, oh, she's about to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. So it could be Charlotte versus Jade Cargill because they're doing it here. Charlotte didn't even win. What the hell was this all about? Do you know what I love is that Wade Barrett, when Charlotte Flair first came out, Wade Barrett was like, one-time champion, meaning Jade, meet the 14-time champion. So, yeah, definitely. Like, Charlotte is the 14-time champion. Like you're thinking, oh, Jade would whip her. Well, I don't think that, but I'm sure a lot of people do. Jade would whip her. No, 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 no. She's a 14-time champion, mate. So we got match 2. We got Charlotte Flair. Oh, this is for the Elimination Chamber qualifier. Charlotte Flair versus Kiana James, which is someone who's up and coming, really good, and versus Nia Jax. I mean, at least we've got Kiana James in there because if we saw Nia Jax versus Charlotte again, anyway, I think they kind of played on that a lot because there was a lot of times where Charlotte and Nia Jax were facing each other, and Kiana James, even at the beginning, them two were like in each other's face, and Kiana James was like, "Hello, I'm here." Jesus Christ, Nia, change your music. Nia Jax, change your music. It really don't suit you. I'm not like most girls. No, it's not that one anymore. But even this new one don't work. Everyone was so sparkly in this. I have to say, I think Kiana James has got so good in the ring. Like from what she was when she first started with Julia, like she was the pin person, the person to be pinned. I noticed in the Royal Rumble, I put her in my top 5, 10. She was great, amazing. I'm really impressed with Kiana James. Yeah, I like Kiana James. Her attitude is a bit boring. I think hopefully they can make something better, but yeah, so this match started a bit slow for me. I was like, come on, chop chop. So then Charlotte started chop chopping. So thanks, Charlotte. And then push push bump punch. And then Charlotte managed to get a moonsault onto both of them. That is so much prettier than Tiffany's prettiest moonsault ever. Like, why is that called that? Charlotte's is so much nicer. I think she did this in the Royal Rumble, but Kiana James managed to lift up Nia Jax, and she made it look easy. I went, but she didn't even do that. She went, and then boosh. I think that's called the Samoa drop. Why she's doing a Samoa move, I don't know. But yeah, lifted her with ease. Oh, come on, Kiana James. I'm getting really into you. And then Charlotte hit the Spanish fly onto Kiana James. This move is being used way too much at the moment. Charlotte Flair using it. Like she has a lot of moves. You don't need to be using that. It looked cool, but everyone's using it. Everyone goes through these phases where they use certain things. Like was it last year we had a phase of everyone doing choke slams, and we hadn't seen a choke slam in ages. It's weird, and everyone's doing Spanish flies at the moment. And what's the other one? Like super kicks last year was horrendously too many as well. Um, so yeah, and then Kiana James kicked out of the Spanish fly. So that and Charlotte Flair looked pissed at the ref. It's like, are you turning heel? So then sneaky Kiana tried to do the figure 4 onto Charlotte Flair. You little cheeky, that's Charlotte's move. So then she kicked her off, and then she got it on her. I was like, yeah, this is the right way round. And then Nia Jax leg dropped onto Charlotte to break that up, and then straight after that, Nia pulled Kiana James to the corner to do her annihilator. She got that, and she was pinning, and then Charlotte Flair drop kicked her to break that up, and then put Nia into the figure 8. And as she went like that, as she does, Kiana James slid underneath her and then got her arms to pin. It looked awkward. Like she didn't. I knew what they were going for, and that was very clever. Like I like clever superstars. Really like clever. That's why Seth Rollins is my favourite. But Kiana James keeps doing this. So I'm like, is she a clever superstar? Is that her gimmick? Which I hope so because they're my favourites. But yeah, she slid under. As She was like that. She slid under, grabbed her arms, and pulled her back for the 1-2-3, and she got the 1-2-3 onto Charlotte. I wasn't even upset. I mean, Charlotte's my favourite, but I'm liking Kiana James at the moment. I'm like, yes. But what the hell do we do with Charlotte now? She's going to have to go against Alexa. It's the only thing left for her now. And what the hell was that Jade thing about? I'm not complaining, though. This was good. Right. I'm complaining a little bit. Yes, well done, Kiana James. Really wish you would have pinned Nia Jackson. No, not really. No, this was good. This is good. Like pinning Charlotte's a big deal, and I'm glad it's counted as a big deal. So, but what do we do with Charlotte now? But well done, Kiana. Very good finish, at least. So I'll give this a 7 out of 10 also. I don't know if I've give higher than that yet. Now, this next segment wasn't for me. I know everyone else is going to love it though, so I really don't want to talk about it. But it's the Kit Wilson and Obafemi thing. They're in the ring, and Kit Wilson said a poem on the outside. They bore me, honestly. I'm so sorry. Everyone loves it, so I'm happy for them to carry it on. It's not all about me, but it's a bit like the Jey Uso eating. A lot of people like that, but it really wasn't for me. And Obafemi, you try and tell me Obafemi is a babyface, and I will not believe you. He literally bullied Kit Wilson to read another one, and he didn't want to. He's like, read it. Like, if he's trying to be a heel, then I'm all for this. Be a bully like Brock Lesnar was. But do not try and pretend that he's a babyface to me. Maybe you're not trying, and that's fine, and I'll be happy. And I really like Obafemi if this is the case. I kind of like a big guy like that. The way they portray Obafemi, I wish he was a non-talker in a way. But then again, he's quite a good talker. So maybe he'll change my mind. But I think I would rather him be a non-talker or a very short talker. Yeah. But yeah, so Kit Wilson was saying a poem which he really don't want to do, and then because Obafemi was in this poem, and he said hate him because he's toxic or something like that. Obafemi got angry, pulled him in. Or in this, I think he was waiting for this. To be honest, I don't think he got angry. He was waiting for that moment. So and then he just whipped him. I love how Obafemi gets him up there, and he just he literally throws him. That's well good. And then yeah, of course he pinned him. I'm not even going to talk about the ref here. Well, why is all the focus on the ref? Like, no, just because she's pretty, that's all. Who cares? Like, we're here for the wrestling. So this mystery box turned up again. Who is it? What is it? That can't be a person. There's no bloody way to breathe. Well, people are saying there's no way to breathe in it. Have you seen the back of it? With an in the front, there could even be no back. But Nick Aldez, like, what? There could be something really good in this. And then Nick Aldez sent it back to Raw. He said that about the Raw one. Dude, check what's in it. You ain't got to wait. You're the manager. You ain't got to wait till Elimination Chamber, or find out who at least sent it to you. If you don't know, open it. I didn't rate the Obafemi match, did I? We're flying through this. It's because it was barely a match, but I'll give that 3 out of 10. What more can I give it? Because it lasted seconds, I think. 4 already. We're on Tiffany versus Alba Fire. Who's going to win this? I mean, there was no way that Alba Fire was winning this, especially so close to Elimination Chamber. Chelsea was on the outside with a broken leg. It was just a filler match. It was pretty good, and that went quite long. Like, for a filler match, I was like, come on. But it was pretty good. Like, Alba Fire, both of the girls looked really good in this. So you can't complain, but you knew you knew he was going to win. So it's just a bit, come on, hurry up. I don't really know what else to say. Tiffany won by the not prettiest meal salt ever. Yeah, so I'll give this a 4 out of 10. It's my favourite part of the whole night. This was a brilliant segment. Cody Rhodes was there, sorry, and Sami Zayn was there chatting to him, and Cody was like, "You got nothing to be ashamed of for losing that match," and Sami was like, "I ain't ashamed. You should be ashamed. You stabbed me in the back. I tried to help you, and because of Drew, do you remember? Drew got him, and then Sami booted him." Because he was getting Cody, and then Cody got Sami, and Coda cutter. No, not the cutter. The flippy thing. Sorry, brain fart. And then pinned Sammy. So Sammy's not in. So he was like, "You should be ashamed. You stabbed me in the back." And but they were both had such good points here, and I love that arguments. Cody was like, "It was so chaotic in there. That's just your perspective. It's chaotic in there, and saw a chance and I took it." And Sammy was like, "But I do the good. I always do good or whatever." And then Cody was like, "You think I never do good? What about that cage match when Jacob screwed me and I lost everything?" I was like, "He screwed you. It don't make you a good person, but never mind." But he had a good point. Um, and Sammy was kind of like, hmm. And then and Cody said, the only thing in your way, it's not me, it's not the system, it's you. You're the only one person in your way." But I like this about Sammy. Like, he wants to do it the right way, no matter the cost. And I'm like, respect to that. Like, you're probably the only one in there that is. Uh, Cody's got a bit of heel to him. That's good for his character. But Sammy's character is, you don't want everyone to be the same. So everyone's saying Sammy needs a character change, but this is his character. It's good. You don't want a good person. In a way, yeah, my opinions. And Sammy got annoyed and he flung the stuff off the table and my microphone apparently. And then Trick Williams come in mocking him, saying, "I'm now going to do something you couldn't, and I'm going to qualify for elimination." I love Trick Williams, but that was a bit lame. Could have said something a bit better there. And then Sammy decided to go back on everything, went up to Cody Rhodes and apologise. So I don't know if I'm glad he apologised or if he should have kept this up. Match 5. Hello. We got Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes, the US champion, versus Damian Priest. Do you remember the Intercontinental champion being in one of these qualifiers? Oh, this is a qualifying match, by the way. Do you remember the Intercontinental champion being in this qualifying match? He got pinned. Luckily, the US champion didn't get pinned here. So I think that Mello and Trick were working together quite a bit here. Like there was one point where Trick swung Mello to the ropes to jump onto Damien. It was planned by both of them. So yeah, they're working together quite a bit here. I actually think these two are going to fight for the US Championship at WrestleMania. I think it's going to be these two. But saying that, I don't think these two gelled that well. Yeah, because of this, I don't think I want to see Trick versus Mello. I thought that would be an awesome match, but they really didn't gel well here. But anyway, Damian Priest managed to get the Razor's Edge to Trick, and Mello was up on the corner top rope, and he was just watching him. And he did the Razor's Edge, started pinning him, 1, 2, kick out. And all the time, Mello was just watching. It's like, aren't you going to jump on him and stop the count? Like, what if he had pinned him there? He'd been like, ah, damn it, I should have jumped. And then as soon as he kicked out, then he jumped. So, what? Well, okay. The good thing about this match was, though, is that there was no interruptions in this. Same with the other qualifying match, luckily, because every other match had some sort of distraction, apart from the Tiffany one, but that one we knew who was going to win, so we didn't care about that. And then Mello goes up for... No, sorry, he got the first 48 onto Trick Williams. He goes up to the top rope, jumps off, and Damian Priest gets a big punch on him, lifts him up for the Razor's Edge, and then Trick Williams hit his trick shot onto Damian, so he drops Mello, and then get another trick shot on him for him to get a 1, 2, 3. The winner, Trick Williams, and he's the 5th person going into the Elimination Chamber. So we've only got one more man to qualify. Dun, dun, dun. So after this, Mello was just like, very impressive to Trick. I reckon them two are definitely going to fight again. I think it'll be WrestleMania, but we'll see. I'll give this a 5 out of 10. Back to the mystery box again. But this cracked me up. Johnny Concardo was just laying on top of it. You know how he's been doing his plank thing, like all sad. He was on top of that. So you chose to climb up there just to be sad. That was really funny. That was like our truth level funny. That was. And then Candice LeRae was like chatting to Nick Aldis, and then what's her name? That Jordan Grace walked in, and Nick was trying to talk to her, and Candice was like, "Hello, we're talking here." She was like, "It's not important." So that ended up in a match between these two. So how do you make matches so easy, just like this? You just say hello to someone and it's like, "Oh, match, you two talked." My God. I know I'm always negative, but I try and do it in a funny negative way, and it's just because it's my opinion. But this is angry negative. Jade Cargill bumped into BFAB and Mitchin again. The only way you can justify this is if Jade Cargill is going to squash them two in a handicap and do it very soon and don't go back to it. Please, for the love of God, she's not a mid-carder, she's the bloody WWE champion. If she's going to be a mid-carder, she needs to win the US Championship and be done with it. But don't do that, because keep it on Julia for now. But, oh my God. What is this Jade run? This was quite funny. Biggest mistake of Miz's life. He accidentally booked himself a match with Obafemi. Uh-oh. People want these two to be a tag team. They're calling it the Miz. No, I can't remember what they're calling it. But usually I don't watch other people's stuff before I do these because I want my own opinions, and it really frustrates me when I have these opinions or ideas and then I see it later and I'm like, damn it, I should have talked about it first. So that's why I try not to watch people's first. That happens a lot, by the way. But yeah, but this time I'm a driver, so I was driving and I was watching this. So anyway, yeah, Miz accidentally booked himself a match with, because he said like, "Oh, I'll teach you the ropes," and Obafemi was like, "All right, teach me the ropes next week," and he's like, "All right," and then no, not a match, no, no. So Charlotte and Alexa were in this next bit, and Charlotte was like, "I'm not upset. I like my best friend's still in now. I'm not upset." She's so upset. Come on, and Alexa's just like this now. She has no emotion anymore. Like she was all happy and friendly with Charlotte, but now she looks like she's getting really, really bored. She's like, uh-huh. Or she's got the massive eyes, or she's like, uh-huh. And then Julia and Kiana come in and start mocking Charlotte, but they didn't care. And then Julia screamed in Alexa's face from out of nowhere for some reason, and she literally didn't flinch, blink, anything. I think she's just bored. She, I think she's turning heel very soon. She's turning on Charlotte soon. So Solo Sikoa tells Tamatonga to not focus on the US Championship because he's kind of sniffing around there at the moment. Um, that's very nice of you. And just focus on their family. And then he walks off, and literally straight away Nakamura walks in. It's like Solo definitely knew he was there. And then because Nakamura does this thing where I think it's Japanese. He's talking Japanese or some sort of language. He's talking Japanese and then he talks English, Japanese, English, Japanese, and I'm like, what? What? I don't understand. I don't have. So it's awful. He's definitely not as good talking as he is in the ring, because I love him in the ring. I kind of pull a face that Nakamura pulls. It's like, because that's how he talks, and I'm like trying to listen to him. Match 6. Oh my God, where did this come from? We got Rhea Ripley versus Julia, the United States champion. Maybe it's announced, but I don't remember. I was like, oh, lovely surprise. And then I thought, nah, it's too good to be true. I don't know who'll win out of these two, so what do I think will happen? Interruption. Now, I don't know if it's just because Julia's really good or if she actually is so rough, but everything she's doing, it looks like she's smacking Rhea in the face. I'm like, oh, and I saw this somewhere. I swear I saw this, where Julia had her like this, and she put her foot on Rhea's head and slammed it into the mat, and that looked absolutely horrendous. But I rewinded the whole match, watched it, couldn't find it, watched it again, couldn't find it. I was like, where the hell is it? Did this happen, or was that because they faced each other before? Maybe it was then, but yeah, like they were wearing the same gear, same. I swear, I'm so confused. So Rhea tried twice to get the riptide onto Julia, but both times she managed to wriggle her way out of it. And then there's this spot where Rhea Ripley ran at Julia and ran into the ring post. Oh, she smacked that ring post. I was like, "Jeez, are you okay, ring post?" I gotta say, I do like how many moves Rhea Ripley does. She's not like a 5 move person. She has so many different moves, right? And I swear, her goal is to have a new uh, move every match she does. See if you notice. I'm going to try and keep track of that for you. See if she does a new move every match. Here we go, the final sequence. Julia went for the Northern Lights. What the hell kind of name is that? Maybe they're in. Do you even get Northern Lights in Japan? She's in Tokyo, right? Northern Lights, and then so she has her like this. Rhea managed to get out of it, headbutt her, get her for the Riptide, and then interruption. Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Well, to be fair, Nia Jax tried to get in and Rhea kneed her out. I was trying to say need and Rhea at the same time. And then Lash Legend booted her. So why is Lash Legend not in the Elimination Chamber? Maybe she still will be. Has she done a qualifier? Can't remember. But yeah, what a sad moment. Another great match just ruined. What's the point in watching it? Do you know what I mean? Do you feel like that? Like, what's the point in that? The last 20 minutes or whatever it was, just watching. We knew as well. That's the big bad thing about it. When you know it's coming. So Io comes out to make the save. I don't care. I really don't care. She comes out to make the save, and Rhea managed to hit out Nia Jax, and it's a feel-good moment. I don't feel good. I feel crap. So because of that, it would have been a really good match, but because of that, I went 5 out of 10. So I was quite surprised by this. We pretty much went straight into the next match. Randy Orton versus Aleister Black. The main event that came out of nowhere. I actually don't really have much to say about this match, but there was a point, and I think it's gone pretty viral, where Randy Orton did his swing around thing to get ready for the RKO, but really good time, and Aleister Black did his sit down thing, cross his arms at exactly the same time, so they were looking at each other like that. I like that as well. Yeah, and that was this match. No, not really. Randy Orton was pretty obsessed with, when he goes for his DDT thing where he pulls them in the ring and their legs are still on the ropes. He was obsessed with trying to get that, and then he actually did it off the announce table. He got him in the ring after doing that, and then what happened? Have a guess. Someone interrupted. Drew McIntyre smacked him on the back of the head with the title. What the hell are you doing, Drew? If you're the champion, right, and you've got all these people coming at you, why are you trying to make more enemies? Like, all right, you don't want friends, but like you're making all these people come at you. And you know what I was saying earlier about people take my ideas? Well, they don't take my ideas, but they say it before I can get it out. Like, I thought of it, and then you know what I mean. I literally thought before I saw it anywhere that there'll be a fatal four-way for WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Jacob Fatu. That is my opinion. I thought it before anyone else. Nah, but I did think it before I saw anyone else say it. So that's my guess. Um, there was 4 matches with interruptions here. All of them were the one-on-one ones. The only one-on-one one that didn't have one-on-one was the Tiffany Stratton one that was a filler. So I would give this. Oh, I haven't even rated this. Let's have a think. This was okay, but because of the finish again, I will give it a 6. I think. Does it even deserve a 6? No, 5. I do too many 5s. I call everything down the middle, don't I? Nope, 5. 5. And that's the Smackdown review. What do I give? I should give the whole match the whole show a rating, really. I'll give the whole show. Had good bits, but also had really bad bits. Like that many matches with interruptions. I like that it had 7 matches. It had some good backstage moments, kind of. There was a lot of adverts in this. I felt like I was constantly. Do other people see this? Where it's dun dun dun, where they just show the characters like doing this or something. You know, it goes on for about 2 minutes a time, and then it comes back, and then someone says, "Yeah, da, 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 da," have a little talk, and then it goes back to that. I'm like, oh my god, because I'm usually watching that on my way to work, and I'm like, oh, I'm nearly at work now, and I've only seen adverts. So I give this whole show a 5 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching my first Smackdown review. God, that's pretty bad. I've got Raw tomorrow. I've got to get a move on and start doing these properly. Please subscribe, please like, please ring that little bell, and I'll see you for Raw. Oh my god, I just realised I said my next video would be the mystery thing. I will still do that, I swear down. Oh, it's just time.